Okay guys, so this is going to be our exam review. We've got the following problems, and what we're going to do is we're going to solve some equations. And so for the part 1a, we have 2/3 x minus 5 equals 9. For this one, we want to clear the denominator. So there's a 3 down here. If we multiply everything by 3, because this has a 1 under it and this has a 1 under it, that will take care of our issue. So 3 divided by 3, so this is going to be 3 over 3 times 2x minus 3 times 5 over 1 is equal to 9 times 3 over 1. Well, 3 and 3 cancel. This is 2x minus 3 times 5 is 15 equals 27. We add the 15. And I think that's 42. Okay, and then from here we divide by 2. And x is equal to 21 in this case. Okay. For part 2, we have x minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 6. So let's make sure we FOIL and do our distribution. We have 2x plus 12. And then we just solve as normal, minus x minus x. This is x plus 12 is equal to negative 3. We subtract 12. And x is equal to negative 15. Okay, so this is obviously part B of number 1. Okay, now for this problem, I've kind of changed this. I just put a bunch of different problems that are factoring or solving the system. Or I'm sorry, not solving the system, solving the quadratic. And so you can choose what method you want to use on the test. But for this case, I'm going to still show each version because I want you to know how to do each one in case you have to do it. 15. And obviously I did this to, the goal of this question originally was to show you that all 3 of these things do exactly the same thing, just differently. So if we do this by factoring, then we need to get it equal to 0. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. If we factor, we have negative 15, we have positive, 2. So this means a positive 5 and a negative 3. X plus 5, x minus 3. So x is negative 5 or 3. Okay. So that's the first method. Let's do it by completing the square. Now we have x squared plus 2x equals 15. So if we want to complete the square, then we have x squared 2x plus something, minus something is equal to 15. Okay, so let's take care of that. We have 2 divided by 2 squared, which is going to be 1 squared. So we're adding 1 to both of these. So now we have x plus 1 squared. That's because this is positive 1. That's why this is positive 1. Minus 1 is equal to 15. Add the 1, add the 1. X plus 1 squared is equal to 16. We take the square root of both sides, so now we have x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus 4. And so this gives the following. We have x plus 1 equals 4. X plus 1 equals negative 4. We subtract the 1. X equals 3. We subtract the 1. X is equal to negative 5. Okay, so that's the second way. And then the final way of doing this, x squared plus 2x equals 15. This was part B. This is part C, the quadratic formula. So we're going to use the formula. We have x squared plus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. Remember, you cannot use quadratic formula unless it's in this form. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So now we have x equals negative b, and notice I'm putting parentheses around each thing that I substitute. 2 squared. I recommend you do so as well, just so you remember that it's multiplication and you don't have subtraction or something going on. And c is negative 15. All over 2 times 1. This is x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 4 plus, well, negative and negative is going to be plus. 4 times 15 is 60. All over 2. This is negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 8 all over 2. And then we finally have x is equal to negative 2 plus or minus 4 over 2. So then this means this, which implies if x is negative, if x is equal to negative 2 plus 4 divided by 2, then that is equal to negative 2 plus 4 is negative 2. Uh-oh, what happened? Did I write something wrong? Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. That's not going to work. What's going on here? Where did I make that mistake? Oh, I know what it is. Sorry. This is the square root of 64. Sorry, I'm sure you caught that. Okay, let's fix it. Sorry about that. I knew the answer was 8. That's what. So we have negative 2 plus or minus 8 over 2. Okay, and then we have is equal to negative 2 plus, which implies x is equal to negative 2 plus 8 over 2, which is equal to 6 over 2, which is equal to 3. And we have x is equal to negative 2 minus 8 over 2, which is equal to negative 10 over 2, which is negative 5. Sorry, so obviously I figured out that that was wrong because I was getting 1 as my answer and I knew what the roots were already from the other 2 examples. I totally goofed that up, but that's okay. Mistakes happen. You can usually figure out when you make a mistake in math, luckily. So do your best, guys. Video 2 is coming soon.